Good day everyone. I'm Michael. And I'm using a text-to-speech program to have a more clear speech and audio. The do-while loop is a variant of the while loop. This loop will execute the code block once, before checking if the condition is true, then it will repeat the loop as long as the condition is true. The do-while loop starts with the do keyword followed by a code block, and a Boolean expression with the while keyword. The do-while loop exits when a Boolean condition evaluates to false. Because this condition is specified at the end of the block, it certainly executes this code block at least once. First, is to initialize a variable that will be increment or decrement in the body of the loop. Because we were going to use it in our condition to prevent the loop from entering an infinite loop. But if you want to exit the loop using a break keyword, then you are not required to declare a variable to increment or decrement nor add a condition in your while condition. Let's simulate the sequence of code. First, it read this initialization. Then, proceed to this block of code. Inside the block is a writeLine method that prints the literal I and the value of variable I. Currently, the value of I is equal to 0. And an increment statement, which simply adds 1 to the variable I. So the value of I is now 1. Then check the condition, if I is less than 3. The current value of I is now 1 after the increment statement. So I, which now 1, less than 3 will return a value of true. Meaning we need to read again the body of the loop. Print again the word I equal plus the value of I which now 1. Then add 1 to the variable I. That makes I now equal to 2. And check again the condition if true or false. So I, which is now 2, less than 3 is still true. So we need to read the body of the loop again. This statement will print I equal to 3. Then add 1 to the variable I. That makes I now equal to 3. And check again the condition. It will ask if I, which is now equal to 3, is less than 3. This will return a false value, since I, which is 3 is not less than 3, they are equal. This time, the loop will exit and reads the next statement if any. The last statement of the program is to just print the string literal and loop. So, that's how the do-while loop works. The do-while loop can be also used inside another do-while loop or other types of a loop like for, while, or for each loop. Let's simulate the sequence of code. First, is to initialize the variable I and j to 1. Then this loop. The first statement in the loop is to add 1 to variable I. Inside this loop is another while loop, which will be the inner loop. The first statement in the inner loop is to print the variable value of the variable j. So this will print 1. Then add 1 to variable j. Ask variable j, which is now equal to 2 after the increment, if it's less than 3. The condition is true, so it will read the body of the inner loop again. This will print the value of j, which is now equal to 2. Then increment again the value of j, which makes the variable j now equal to 3. Ask variable j, which is now equal to 3, if it's less than 3. This time, the condition is false, and exit the loop and read the next statement. The next statement is to set the variable j to 1. Remember the value of j is equal to 3 after reading the inner loop. Then go to the condition at the outer loop. Ask variable I, which is now 2, if it's less than 3. Which is true. So we need to read the body of the outer loop again. First is to increment the value of I. The value of I now is equal to 3 after this statement. Go back again to the inner loop. This loop will just repeat what it does in the first iteration of the outer loop, which prints 1 on the first iteration and 2 on the second iteration. After reading the inner loop, the next statement is to set the variable j again to 1. Then go back again to the condition of the outer loop. Ask if I, which is now equal to 3, is less than 3. The return value is false. This will exit the loop. So that's how the nested do-while loop works. For our self-check, what will be the output of the following program? You can comment your answer down below. That's all for this video lesson. If you have questions, suggestions, something to add, or you think something is missing or incorrect to the lesson, please let me know. Again, this is Michael, thank you and see you at my next video lesson. Keep safe everyone.